Okay, today I'm going to talk about the opposite of what I was talking about last time. Last time, the joints that become too tight, how do you get them out? Well, if you want to know that, you go watch the other video. This one is when the joint becomes too loose, and not too loose because you haven't practiced as much as you should have. Too loose because it's just worn away. The joint, the coating on the joint, usually the Japanese lacquer, has worn down, having had the flute apart so many times that it's now just too loose. This flute's an old flute that I inherited. It's an old Tom Deaver flute. Not sure where I got it, but the joint's too loose. Now it shouldn't come apart that easily. And in fact, I'm not sure where I got this, as I said, but there's some dental floss on there. Now, the dental floss can work if that's all you have, because it's slippery, but it's what you have to do with dental floss is you wrap it around kind of toward the top of that joint, the joint there, the bottom part of the joint. So you've got it now up there, and then when you slide it on, it makes it very stiff, and it's a tight joint now. So that's just about as good as anything, and that's what I call a good temporary fix. I can poke in that little bit of dental floss that's remaining, jam it in really good. You don't see it, you don't notice it. As long as you don't take it apart, it's fine. However, there is a better way, one better way. It still comes apart very easily once you do want to take it apart, and there's the dental floss kind of hanging around. We'll take that away. The better fix is plumber's tape, Teflon tape. So we get a bit of this tape. I'm not sure where I learned this from. I think it was my friend John Neptune who first showed me this. But in any case, you start wrapping it around. I start from the bottom, so I'm not sure if it matters. And this tape's all weird, but it doesn't matter either. So I just kind of wrap it around. It doesn't have to be neat or anything. I'm trying to just go up the joint and not have it more than one wrapping thick, so I'm not going over the same place again. And that probably should do it. Those of you that know about plumber's tape, all you do is just pull it apart, and it comes apart, and then you just smooth it out, and you can't even see where the end is, where it begins or ends. As you know, Teflon's very slippery, and it's not sticky. So if and when you do decide to get this done permanently, it just comes off, and there's none of this sticky, gluey stuff that other sort of tape has. And then you slide it in, and unlike those other tight joints that I mentioned where you can open them like that, you don't have to do that because you now have this slippery Teflon surface. You can just screw it loose. But before I do that, it's really tight. This is what I call a really good temporary permanent solution. That's really all you need to do. But if you happen to be in Japan, or happen to be, for example, in New York City, and are in touch with someone like Perry Young, who can put a coat of urushi or whatever they want to put on there, usually urushi, Japanese lacquer, that's the permanent fix. So if I unscrew it, the neat thing about this is that now the Teflon tape hasn't gathered to the bottom of the joint like that dental floss did. In fact, it's hard to see, but it's almost kind of just coated itself. It's almost like a complete smooth extra coating on this joint, slippery as and tight. So I can put it back. I can take it on and off, put it back on, and there it is again, and it's still tight. And I can take it off again, and it hasn't moved. It's still there. Yeah, there's nothing like some really nice temporary permanent solutions to things. And that's how you make a loose joint tight. Any hardware store, it'll last you a lifetime, just one of these. Okay, see you next time.